Welcome back, students. Master Spleen speaking. So in today's video we are going to highlight Scrafty, a special Pokemon to me that I really like, and especially I want to show you guys how it's really important to not underestimate Scrafty, because once he builds on energy with those successive power punch, it can really become a pain and sweep an entire team. So in these sets we are going to highlight, I'm running a team that is Azumarill with Play Rough and Hydro Pump, Scrafty with Power Up, Punch and Foul Play, and Hypno with Thunder Punch and Ice Punch. The overall idea here of Hypno, I know that most of you now are running, maybe more running Fire Punch to counter those steel types, especially Gyre and Stunfisk, but here the overall idea is really to have some coverage against potential Altarias in the back, or potential grass type that could as well put Azumarill in trouble. So let's go directly, we'll go to the video and see how we can create the right conditions for Scrafty to sweep the games. So first game against Bird, let's go. So we have Azu against Marowak, so a good lead for me. So I'm anticipating a switch here, not coming, surprisingly. So I assume he wants to hit the Shadow Ball and get out. So I'm going to let that Shadow Ball go through and try to not throw directly. As you can see, anticipating maybe a swap, not coming. So I will go directly then to the Hydro Pump. Is he going to shield? I don't know. Good question here. So he's not shielding, coming back with a bonus now here, and great, trying to reach the Play Rough before his Energy Bolt, but we see MPTI, and I'm going to let that go through. And here is time for my boy Scrafty to shine and to start on building energy. So this quitting the game directly, so GG to him. Next game against Real Toro Grande, and it's a bad lead for me. It's Stunfisk and it's Thundershock Stunfisk. So I'm switching to Hypno directly to absorb is a charge move. It's a discharge, and is coming in with Alolan Marowak, so hard countering my Hypno. So I'm just going to go with the Thunder Punch here, with the idea to chip off a bit of damage, trying to go for a second Thunder Punch, but we see MPTI, and I'll let this go through. It's a Shadow Ball, so I'm going to come back here with Azu, and I'm going to try to build as much energy as possible. So this is likely going to be a Shadow Ball, but I will let that go through. And real here, the key is really to store as much as possible. And it's a Meganium, damn. So I'm going to land this Play Rough here. I would be happy to have Ice Beam in this situation. Unfortunately, we cannot have 3 moves. And because I farm up so much energy before, I succeed to land a second Play Rough before he's able to land his Frenzy Plant. So it's a really good move on my part, really good move on his part here to undercharge, to try to build a second Frenzy Plant for the next mon. But Scrafty is here and arrive, and then it's just GG because I have 2 shields and Scrafty. So every time Scrafty is going to power up punch, it's going to increase its damage. So yeah, let's go for that. And usually what I do in those kind of situations is that I let the first charge move of my opponent go. I let that go through, because it's kind of a message, man, you can quit because the game is over, and that's what he does. Next game here, so Azu again Toxie Crowclit, again a bad lead for me. So here the play is, it's a playable matchup if you can shield correctly the Sludge Bomb. So the main point is that he reached a sludge bomb before I can reach a play rough. I let that go through, bad call on me because it was a sludge bomb, and I tried then to get back and to take a shield with play rough. And here I'm trying to reach a second play rough to try to grab his second shield, but he decides to throw before, and I'm good with that because I have Hypno in the back. He's going to come and look at that. Friends, it's massive what Hypno is doing to Toxic Rogue. Here comes Azu, so I'm going to go straight down the punch. I'm going to shield this one, that's an Ice Beam. And I'm going to turn the punch again, this Azu. I'm going to let that go through because it's likely another Ice Beam. And I'm going to farm it down and store energy for the next Pokemon that is going to come, and it's a Galarian Stunfisk. And unfortunately I over farm a bit here instead of throwing, so I'm going to get it by this Rock Slide, and I come with Scrafty, so one shield against one shield. I really need to be careful about potential Earthquake that will do some huge damage, and I know that he's going probably to switch to Toxic Rogue because Toxic Rogue can deal some damage. So here I let that go through because I knew that he needed to bait me, kind of. So here I'm a bit confused. I don't know if it's a Rock Slide or not. I decided not to shield, good call on me. And then he comes back with the Toxic Rogue. I throw this power-up punch. Shielded, of course shielded. I'm going to shield this one because it will kill me for sure. It's only a Mud Bomb, but it's the same, and I can beat down all those the two mons. So GG, a good game against Evolus for the next game. So against a Batley, come on guys, and it's Zapdos. So here I'm trying to catch the Drill Peck on my Hypno, but he decided to wait a bit before throwing, so I'm going to let that go through, expecting a switch, and it's switch onto Azumarill. So I'm going to throw this Thunder Punch here. Double Thunder Punch with CMP tie. I'm going to shield because I really need to get rid of this Azu to protect my Scrafty in the back. And I know that by committing a shield I will be able to throw another Thunder Punch before he reaches a charge move. So it's good, it's always good, it's nice damage that you can add, and here I decided to let that go. It's a play rough, and I'm going to come back with Azu and commit to the farm down, store as much as energy as possible because I want to be able to put shield pressure on the Zapdos, but it's coming with Dugong. So I'm going to throw this play rough, and it's a really nice play from his part because he knew that I have so much energy stored that he decided to let that go through. I let the Drill Peck go through, and I'm coming with Azu with the play rough to keep his last shield. And here it's always super good because I'm forcing him to throw his energy instead of committing to the farm down. And here I'm going to use my shield, of course, because the Drill Peck will do massive damage on the Scrafty because he's a fighting type. And then you have Dugong against Scrafty, and it's pretty much GG for me because it's always the same story. Every time the Scrafty is going to be able to build on Power Punch, then it just becomes a machine. And here you see, even with I did the debuff of the Icy Wind, I'm still able to do massive damages. So GG. And the final game of this set, again Ed G. Cavi, and it's a Bastiodon lead. So every time I'm seeing a Bastiodon lead, I'm expecting the Grassol team. Double grass or double razor leafer in the back. So not shielding and the Hydro Pump. So here I'm going to let that go through and the Stone Edge, and here I'm expecting the switch, aggressive switching on his part of the big Victory Ball to farm down with the Razor Leafs. But I'm going to shield here and I'm going to farm him down with Hypno, because Victory Ball is part poison, so very weak to confusion. And it's going to come with the Bastion again. So I'm going to land this Thunder Punch and to kind of farm him down. But he still has 2 shields. To keep that in mind, huh? It's a Whitney Scott. Have you ever seen that kind of mon in GBL? So it's a Charmer. So look at that trainers. It's amazing. And here I'm just like, oh my god, I'm really in trouble, because look at the damage he does, and look at my poor boy Scrafty. He cannot do anything again. It's Charmer. It's 4 times weak to fairy type attack, so basically it's done. And it's very a good. I really like the flex on that and the spice. So let's go for the second set against Mauna. So it's a Galarian Stunfisk against Azulite, so pretty favorable matchup for me here. Good. Usually, the Stunfisk likes to go straight to Earthquake for the first charge move. It's the case. I'll let that go through. I'm here anticipating a switch not coming, so I will go straight Hydro Pump to see if he's shielding or not. He's going to shield. So here it's probably a Rock Slide, so I'm going to let that go through. And I'm like in the situation where I'm just trying to reach a second Hydro Pump, and unfortunately we see MP tie. So I'm going to commit to the shield, and here I'm like really thinking, do you want to use your last shield to protect your Galarian Stunfisk and keep switch advantage, or do you want to go that through? But it's a weird move from his part, because he's trying to farm me down with Voltaria, coming very aggressively, but I can reach play rough before dying. I'm switching directly to Hypno here, and he's without a shield. Let's say in a bad situation, expecting what could be the third Pokemon. So I'm going to go straight Ice Punch here. It's going to be enough to KO the Altaria. He's going to come back with the Stunfisk. He had stored energy, so it's going to be a Rock Slide here. I'm going to let that go through, and coming with the Azu, very aggressive player, but as you can see, both Azu and Hypno, they are fairly tanky, so they can absorb damage, and I can just send Thunder Punch before dying. And here I have like a low health Azu really, and a Scrafty that is let's say weak to a fairy kind of attacks. It's not a fairy attack here, so I used the shield, but I was maybe expecting play rough, so I'm going to go for a Power Punch. And look at that, my boy Scrafty, the foul play, decent damage, and here comes the magnificent Sack Swap to absorb this Hydro Pump and to be able to come back with the Scrafty, because now I can farm down the Azu before he can reach charge move. And here I'm going to throw to kill this Stunfisk, and that's pretty GG. I hope you like that Sack Swap, as it was really my only win condition. Against Kappa next game, Obstagoon against Azulite, so pretty favorable for me. Just need to be aware of a potential Gang Shock coming. So it just farm down a bit of energy and goes directly with Skarmory, so I'm going here to throw the Hydro Pump to try to force a shield before switching to Hypno. So Hypno is going to absorb this Sky Attack. Oh, it's a Flash Cannon, surprisingly. Very nice from my opponents. So some people are still running Flash Cannon for their Skarmory. So here I'm going to shield this Sky Attack, and I'm going to throw, now that I'm loaded on energy, I'm going to throw Thunder Punches. Back to back with Thunder Punches. He succeeds to sneak a fast move in here, but it's likely to KO him. And it's a Jirachi coming. So here I'm going to throw this Thunder Punch. And Jirachi is a really mon I like. Didn't use it yet, to be honest, in the Go Battle League. It's coming with Obstacle coming back, because you know Scrafty is weak to fighting attacks, but same with Obstacle, that is double weak to fighting attacks. I put a shield there, mistake, but I was maybe counting on the cross chop, but that was only a Night Slash. And here I can build some energy, and it's looking pretty great for me actually. So I'm just hoping I can resist this Dome Desire, and it's a Daisy Gleam. Oh my lord. So here the play is quite simple, guys. Are we going to make it or not? I cannot throw a charge move because he still have a shield, so it must be the farm down and we simultaneously KO. But I lost this game. Next game against Gode Maxima, the Azu Mirror in the lead. So usually what I used to do when we have like this kind of lead is that I let him throw first to see if he has like a Hydro Pump, if he's running Hydro Pump or Play Rough. Here, because he threw on the 6th bubble, it's likely a Play Rough, and I know that my Azu most of the time wins CMP, so I try to confuse my opponent on that, to let him think that I have that he has a CMP, and you will see how it works out. So now basically we are going to reach the Play Rough at the same time, and here we go, I win CMP. So or he lets his Azu go, or is going to force a shield, and because I'm in a favorable situation, I'm going to shield. And I think that here I'm expecting a switch, because he should know that he's going to lose CMP again, but he stays in. It's a weird move from him, because here I'm just okay, or I grab the second shield or not, and he's going to come with Aboma Snow, but very few HP to farm down, and then I have my boy Scrafty coming back and going slightly a Weather Ball, so I let that go through, and I'm going to throw this Power Punch, starting to build again, always build this energy, and I will be able to farm down. This is again a Weather Ball, so I'm just going to let that go through, and he's coming with the Galarian Stunfisk, and look at that, because just by throwing a few moves is almost taken 40% of the health of the Galarian Stunfisk. So not favorable matchup for me, because those confusions are resisted, but he needs to land the Earthquake if he want to win, and here he decides to go straight. The impression that he decides to go straight to Rock Slide. So I build up to 2 Ice Punch, because I don't have Fire Punch, as I explained before. More important for me to have Altaria's coverage and Grass coverage, rather than Steel type coverage. So here I block the Rock Slide, and I will send this Ice Punch. perfect because it does not KO him, so I have like an extra confusion to come, but even like that, his Abomasnow was so low that he didn't care. Next game against Ruru, so Sableye lead for him. He switched directly to Meganium. Here I farm down a bit more energy and comes directly with the Frenzy Blend. Oh my god, that was very fast. Let the first one goes, and here the overall idea is to try to build as much energy as possible to put shield pressure. So I'm going to commit to a shield here to block this Frenzy Blend that will have KO me. I'm going to be able to throw 2 Ice Punches. So the first one goes here, it's blocked, and I'm going to send the second one. And here the question is he going to use the last shield? He is, and that's okay. So it means that he doesn't have, in fact, another Azu counter in the lineup. He comes back with the Sableye, so I'm good with that, and I'm let my Hypno go. So I'm going to come back with the Azu, knowing that he has some stored energy on the Meganium. So again, it's a good timing of to throw his attack. It's a power gem because it's the only move that he could run on the Sableye that's not resisted, let's say, by Azu. He comes down with the Meganium, and here I'm going to let the Frenzy Plant hit my Azu, and I'm going to come with Scrafty. I'm going to shield this because even if it's not super effective, it do tons of damage. And here comes the Bastiodont in the back, and here, as you can see, the ones you start those counter, they are doing massive damage. So I'm just hoping I can continue doing damage before I can reach a charge move. That's not the case. So here I'm expecting a Flamethrower, but it's only a Stone Edge that's resisted by this Scrafty, by my boy Scrafty. And let's go to the last game, Tao P3. So you have seen. So here again, Bastiodon lead. So I'm expecting this Grassol team. Let's see if it's the case. So he's staying in. That's weird, but we saw before that they like to throw the charge move unshielded and come with the Victory Bell. So here he's staying again. It's weird. So I'm going to let that go through. And it's a Flash Cannon. Wow. Who is running a Flash Cannon on Bastiodon? Nice. And it's a Shiftry. So I'm going to go directly play rough here. It's going to shield, and it's a bullet sealed Shiftry, so it's trying to go for farm down, and with 1 HP. Massive goal for me. I can throw this play rough and take the second shield, but it's loaded on energy. So I'm going to come with Scrafty, the only choice I have currently, guys, at the moment. It's going to throw this Leaf Blade, going to the first one is going through, and it's Toxic Rock in the back, and look at that. Oh lord, poor Toxic Rock, suffering a lot. So he's going to throw the Sludge Bomb here, so I'm going to commit to the farm down. And here he's going to throw. I'm going to shield, of course, because I have a nice punch, and it's some nice damage, of course. And as you can see, he's going to go for the farm down, and perfect because he's throwing energy at the stage, and it's perfect. I'm going to come with the Scrafty, and my boy Scrafty still has a shield and is going to go for the Power Punch. Do you think it will be enough to KO? And look at this beast, really a young, like a young thug Scrafty, and it's enough to KO. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you like the content, and if you want to subscribe to the next video, press the subscribe button, and see you later.